be motivated by failure. So I think this kind of relates to a video I made called, what was it? Something about working hardest on your worst days. And I think this is just an example of that, basically, applied. So one thing is, on a terrible day mentally, you get caught. You get caught in cycles of negative thinking. And you start wallowing. And you will say things to yourself. Your mind will say, this isn't working, it's pointless, there's no need to do this. Why is everything so terrible? Why does everything suck? I can't be asked anymore. I give up. I might even start crying. I've done this a lot. And the thing is, right, you will see much more results when you learn to start working instead of doing that. So one thing that's happened to me is that on these days where I know it's a struggle mentally, I will control my mind instead of wallow in negativity. And something super interesting happens. And it's not just like, oh, I grow more and hooray. It's also the fact that the bad day genuinely is better itself. Even it doesn't become a good day, it's still a bad day. But because you've controlled your mind, you're detached to an extent instead of thinking and being negative. So even though you still feel shitty, you're an observer to this. You're more detached from being shitty. And it's magical, because it's like a bad day is suddenly it's just a bad day, you know? It's no longer like an awful suffering kind of day. It's like, you've heard the Buddha, suffering is a choice, pain is mandatory. And it's literally like that. Your suffering turns into pain. Because the truth is, you can't always be in a good state mentally, even if you meditate and control your mind. You will have days where something as simple as your hormone levels will just fluctuate, and you will just feel tired, fatigued, a bit crappy, emotional. You will not feel great. And that's not something you can just eliminate. You can't continuously be happy. But what you can do is stop suffering for that negativity and for those bad days. If you learn to just continue to meditate and control your mind when everything sucks, especially mind control, it's crucial that you learn to continue controlling your mind, even when you feel like just thinking about how everything sucks, because that's what builds strength and turns your suffering into just pain.